Hi, Matt with etrailer. If you're looking at a bike rack that's a little bit more affordable, that can carry a lot of bikes from point A to point B, and is going to look pretty nice on your 2024 Toyota Sienna, then the Hollywood Racks Destination Bike Rack is going to be a great option for you. So let's check it out. If you have a family, this is going to be perfect for a lot of their more standard bikes to take from point A to point B. But something else to watch for is how your bikes are going to sit on here, especially the one closest to your vehicle. Today we just got a regular mountain bike on here, and the handlebars are sitting at about 15 inches. Anything longer than that is going to make contact with the back window. But you also got to consider is if you're on a bumpy road, I'm just shaking this just a little bit. I can already tell that is going to make contact with your window, so definitely watch out for that. Now if you do have a road bike, then that should be good because those handlebars are going to sit a lot more recessed. The way this is going to mount your bikes is via this little cradle right here that's going to grab onto your frame. And what I actually like about this a lot is this is perfect if you have any kid bikes because it'll fit a wide range of different sizes. Now it's also important you just check what your bikes are rated for because anything over 35 pounds won't work on this rack. It's going to be 35 pounds per bike. Now if you're looking at those extra heavy bikes like your e-bikes, I'd recommend an e-bike carrier for that. Now if we want to take a closer look at this rack, I'm going to have to take off my bike. Where I like to start is with the straps on our tires. This is nice because we have one per tire, so we're getting some pretty good hold of our bike. With the front one undone, I'm going to just do that same process on the back side. And with that out of my way, I'm going to go over here to the center, and that's where we're going to have that center clamp. And the way this works is very similar to how those wheel straps work, only it's going around your frame. So I wouldn't recommend any nicer style bikes, especially if you have a really nice paint job, carbon frame bike, or even an alternative frame bike, because that might not work with this rack. And from here, we're just going to simply lift up on the bike, pull it towards us, and with it off, I can take it out for a ride. And with the bike off, we can kind of clean up. And what I mean by that is making sure this center mass is put back down. I'm going to have a wing nut on the front. That's going to loosen up this little bar right here. Put that to the side. And then now allow me to lay this flat. And what I like to do, once I get this into place, is you're going to actually use some of these straps to help cinch it down. Because nothing's holding it into place when you're driving. So this is going to ensure if you're driving around, it's not going to bump up. And then just make sure you put all these other straps away. It's going to give it a cleaner look overall. Let's get a few measurements just to see how this is going to sit back here. The first measurement I like to get is going to be the ground clearance, and that's going to be at about 20 inches, which is plenty of room. You shouldn't have to worry about making ground contact. But if we actually go over here to the edge, this sits a little bit lower. Not too much lower. Right here is going to be at 16 inches. Still plenty of clearance. Even if you do have a lot of bikes on here, it might drop a few inches, but you shouldn't make contact with the ground. Now, for the next measurement, that's going to be the distance out it sits from your back bumper. That's going to be a little bit under 40 inches, which is quite a bit of space, but for a Ford bike carrier, that's not too bad. I'll just make sure you watch out for this if you're in any tight spots like a parking spot or garage. And if you want to save some space, we actually can fold this up. The way we're going to do that is undo this knob. I'm going to remove this little clip first. And I'll just quickly turn this out. I'll pop right out. And I'll just push up here. And as you can tell, it's going to save us a lot of room. We just need to make sure we put this pin back into place so it secures down. Not going to go anywhere. Make sure you put that clip back in too. But from here, I'm just going to get that measurement from our back bumper. And this is only going to stick out about 14 inches. So it's going to save you a lot of room. With it in this position, it will block a few things. It will fully obstruct your backup camera and your license plate. Now, if you're going to back up anywhere, I'd recommend just sticking to either your mirrors or your back window, since your back window won't be blocked at all. And your taillights are going to be partially obstructed. Not too much though. Anything that's important like your brake lights or your turning signals are not going to be obstructed. The way this is going to install is we're going to have a 2-inch shank that's going to go into a 2-inch hitch receiver. We'll have an anti-rattle bolt that goes through and connects to a lock core. That bolt's just going to ensure this isn't shaking around in your receiver, giving you a better hold overall. And this lock core is just going to give you extra security so no one can come by and take your rack. Overall, I think this is going to be a pretty solid choice if you're looking for more of that economic option, if you and your family are just kind of getting into biking for the first time. Now, if you're a little bit more established and you're looking for something a little bit easier to work with, well, you're going to have more clearance on the back of the vehicle, so you don't have to worry about your mountain bikes making contact with your window. And you want something that's going to offer you more storage in your garage, then I'd recommend the Benton Bike Rack. That one is going to be perfect because it also has a shank that folds up and breaks into 2 pieces, so you don't have to worry about it taking up too much room. The only downside to that one is it's going to be at a little bit more of a premium price range compared to this, and it's going to be far more heavier to lug around. So if you have issues lifting up heavy things, then this might be the better option for you. But that was just a look at the Hollywood Racks Destination Bike Rack on the back of our 2024 Toyota Sienna. I'm Matt. Thanks for watching.